Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes, Life Path 33. We are going to start with Aries and see what comes up. Um, as always, please ground your energy and just kind of think about what you've been either working through, trying to release, or what you've been trying to, manifest to you. It's always, the push and the pull. So I'm going to throw some cards and we will, I don't know. There's a lot of heaviness so if you're not grounded, please start grounding your energy. Whatever's sitting in like the neck area, thyroid area, just kind of identify, see it, tell it a hello, and release. Um, so there's just kind of getting like the aha of like somebody having a click to like what the loneliness or what the isolation has meant for your consciousness to grow, right? Like the how you um, kind of integrated your own existence, right? Like once you finally realize like what you've been doing or how you've been cycling or where your life has kind of felt like stagnant, right? Or where you're not living your highest and best life, right? And that's due to loneliness and isolation. And the catch is like as you proceed to perceive like the what you're truly vibrating at and the what it is you want to attract to you and the how you want to keep showing up for others, like it's that they just said flawless. It's kind of like you're holding back an aspect of you that keeps you in a ho-hum mood because that's become your norm or your reality. Like through that suppression, you've kind of gained it's like a patient, kind perspective on those around you, of the world around you. It's kind of like you've started to finally realize that you can show up in a different form in your reality. Yeah, it's like through you kind of like finding out like how you channel the divine energy, right? Like as you get into a space of creativity, a flow of self mastery where you just can really lose yourself in a thing, right? And however that looks like for you, some people it's moving their body. It's some people it's, feeding their mind. Some people it's painting and art. And it's, some people it's flying with birds and hiking, up the side of a mountain. It's however it shows up for you, however you're reconnecting first with higher self, with yourself, your God-centered self, where you can do something and it's just you with you. Kind of an awe and wonder of the simple things within life, right? Because the fact of the matter is, like, you are where you are and you've chosen the path that you're on. And so, through this next phase, whatever's happening with this moon, right? Aries, you have to start. It's almost like it's going to be dropped on you that you're going to start uh, co-collaborating. It's kind of like they just said commiserating with like the rebirthing cycle of whatever you've been like kind of trying to revamp. I don't know. But they're also saying too, like it's like through the patience that you've had through suppression or like consciously processing like the outlook and like where you've fallen short within yourself or where you've fallen short within your perception of your environment, right? It's the inner voice is now talking and creating this like flow of like alignment. And so in the grand scheme of all things, like in the end, you are meant to be part of a tribe and part of a unification, right? The loneliness is for those that are misunderstood. And the thing is you just have to go find other people that have your fundamental beliefs, have the same vibration, are into the same shit that you're into. And like stop thinking you are an island. And it's like through the understanding that like you can go through hardship, you can go through realization, you can go through isolation, you can go through the peeling back the layer of like the life's lessons, right? And in the end, you come back into what is your perception of the situation? How are you truly perceiving it so that it is all unfolding in your highest good? Yeah, it's a shit show. Like life is hard, but like the thing is like, how are you using your mind power and what do you need to shift in your frequency as you sit right now where you're not utilizing your true voice, where your voice shakes when you speak, where the things that you say are uncertain, right? And it's not that you don't know it, like you know it, but you single-handedly are playing yourself shorter than what you are supposed to be. So my question to you is, what is your ego scared of that is keeping you from proceeding forward? Like, where are you playing small in your reality as you sit? So, and also too, like, what do you need more in your aura so that you can step into like your own. They just said authoritarian. It's like you are your own dictatorship. It's not a negotiation. Like if you state to the creator, like, I am done playing this role in this play and I want to proceed forward in a more expansive way and I want to live by X, Y, and Z, then you go through and you push that into your reality state, right? Um, yeah, it's kind of like if you name it, you claim it, then it is so. And yeah, it's kind of like the leap of faith. And shifting the what it means to be refined within your own reality. Again, it's if you've done nothing for such a long time and you've been so insular and then you start going out and you start interacting, like start slow, right? I mean, you're around people all day long and you're learning how to build your own energy field. And so you have to figure out like what depletes you and what fills up your cup. And as you start feeding your own timeline or like the piece of where you need to take back yourself, like birthing that new cycle, not only does it deeper connect you to your own inner voice, your higher self, your Holy Spirit, but it's kind of like you are going to go from feeling like out of control versus like I'm in divine flow, and taking steps within your reality to pull it into your it's like to pull it into like the what you're living, like the how you want to live. It's like you're creating your own existence, like because you pick every day how you show up to other people, or like what you do for other people. And the question is like, what is it that you truly desire to come into reality, right? It's through the vibration of self-love and balance, and that you find your own joy and your true purpose, right? Like as you are continuing to understand they're showing macrocosm, microcosm, and it's like as you're understanding all things that are within the world, like you then are stepping into, it's like this fertility phase. It's kind of like a cracking the code. They said all three of those are coming. It's the self connection, higher self, right? The understanding your chakra system and what in current world is taking away or depleting your energy via your chakra system. And as you step into the sun and you think like, light replenish me, fill my field, seal my aura, clear all the holes that have been ripped open, seal them all, right? And as you're sitting in the energy and as you're like allowing yourself to align, like I'm almost getting like a meditation of sorts, like you being out in the sun and seeing, going through each of the chakras, and not only fully connecting into the chakras, but allowing yourself to cycle through that energy so that you are clearing out any of the gunk. Like think of it like running a wash cycle, right? And like as you're cleaning out each of your chakras, you're not only like expanding your own auric field, but you're also like reconnecting yourself into like the what it means to be aligned within self. And it's kind of like through that alignment, it's going to then like kind of re-hone your environment so that you then are vibrating at a different plane of existence, right? Um, it's kind of like you then command your own space, right? Because the one thing that people who gain sight or gain an understanding of like the veil and what lies between the realms and the energetic frequencies, right? And when you understand like that's why so much wants to come out. The most important life that you're living is the life that you're living right now. And you can look at other timelines that are actually happening right now. And you can choose to have that be like your highest and best or whatever. Um, This has to do with your creativity. I don't know. Somebody like I'm like I had to pause because I'm like, why are we going down this channel? And part of it is you have been very creative in other lifetimes, and there is a desire. Maybe you did a past life regression, or you've always been drawn towards like the arts, or you've always been drawn towards like expressing yourself through like a medium. Um, but it's kind of, there's like this flip that's happening where it's like you are no longer playing small for the sake of others around you. It's kind of like you are consciously creating your environment, your divine connection within yourself, and you're no longer allowing anyone or anything to shape the way that you are operating in the world overall. It's kind of like you are supporting self. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else to add here, Aries. Um, oh, where are these? No, these. All right. So as you're going through these processes, stepping into your power, removing any karmic baggage that you've been implemented on that has kept your voice small or quiet or muted. Any spells, incantations, black magic, any impediments that were knowingly or unknowingly put onto yourself through an ego or a lower vibrational timeline, right? And clearing all that stuff up so that you can then step into what it truly means for you to have your divine intuition fully intact, impact, and able to go out and like actually help transform the world, right? Like as you become a frequency of alignment, as you step into your own divine path, like you then help another do the same. And so like the goal is to allow yourself to help another transform and change their energy, right? Until next time, be well. And if you would like a reading or a healing or just showing gratitude and giving the video a thumbs up, all the information is below. Ciao.